You just got out of a relationship. Now what? I know my audience is predominantly men, but I feel like this topic is universal. So if you're a woman watching my video, you may gain something from this too. So you just got out of a relationship. So that can mean a lot of things. You got broken up with. You left on your own terms. You left on not your own terms. You left on good terms, or you left on bad terms. There's a lot of variables. But we're going to discuss some things on how you can operate and how you can maneuver for this time, for this phase of your life. Now, there's so many examples that I can go through, but let's just say, for starters, let's say you was in a long relationship. So long is like anything over like a year and a half plus, you know. You got people that's in real long relationships. This counts you guys as well, like 10 years plus. But let's say you was locked in with somebody. You're a man. She just left you. A lot of times people talk about the importance of healthy relationships. They're very important. They talk about how to get in a relationship in a healthy manner. They talk about how to find a woman in a healthy manner. But oftentimes, do they tell you how to break up in a healthy manner? Do they tell you how to break up in a healthy way? Because a lot of times, sometimes people say, just talk about it. Go to couples therapy or counseling. But let's just say y'all do have that talk. That doesn't mean you guys are going to be on the same page. There's opportunity for you guys to be, but it doesn't necessarily mean so. One person may feel, the person delivering the message may feel, they may not feel the best, but they're comfortable enough to deliver the message. And then the other person on the other side, they may be like upset and irate and do toxic things, man or woman. You feel what I'm saying? Before you get into another relationship, I feel that it's important that you as a man or as a woman should have an exit strategy. And what do I mean by that? I mean, the same thing as like going into a business. Like you just start a new business, it's exciting. The same thing like a relationship. You start a relationship, it's exciting. You go through the honeymoon phase. In the business, you go through the phase where you're getting the money, the hard times, the high times, the dips, the lows, the same thing in a relationship. But before you go to a business, before you start a business, if you want to get funding, for those people who do know this, in order to get funding, you have to go in front of a board of people that you want to be your investors. They will like to ask you, okay, I hear all the upside of everything, but if something goes wrong, how can we get out of this and still have a win? The same thing with a relationship. How can I go into this relationship with the butterflies and all the high feelings and all that passion, but if this goes left, marriage or relationship, how can I get out of this in a healthy manner? How can I avoid the toxicity? Whether it's on the other person's behalf or on my behalf. And this is the thing. It's kind of like you're doing all the work in the beginning. Of course, you're going to do work along the way. But like I said, in the business, you're doing all the work in the beginning. So you're saying, okay, this is what can go really great. This is what our upside can be, but this can also be our downside. And this is how we can avoid that and get out of that. I feel like the next time you get into a relationship, you should don't talk business with your woman or your man or whatever, but have a really serious, genuine conversation of, okay, I see we're getting together. I see we've been together for 3 months or so, or we just had our 1-year anniversary. Where are we going from here? If it just went left tomorrow, how could we make this healthy? I understand you're going to have the people that you just break up with, you're just not compatible. But I don't feel that necessarily you have to go through heartbreak. Now, what I mean by that is, I mean by you don't have to go through the heartbreak of all the dark sides of the things that can go through a relationship. If you understand, if you do all the work prior, and you really just take that time to make sure that this person is the one. You put them through tests, not anything BS, but real genuine life stuff. You test the fruits of their spirit. You don't just listen to what they're saying. You watch how they're treating themselves. You watch how they're treating you. You watch how they are treating other people. Because how they treat other people is going to also be a reflection of how they treat you too. Listen to what they say when they really get upset. Don't be so quick to jump in a relationship just based off of passion, based off of lust and how they look. Because I'm telling you, those looks fade. But that personality, the conflict resolution skills, everybody doesn't have that. So if you find somebody that has that, That's somebody of substance, somebody that has really good communication skills. That is important, because when stuff goes left, you're going to have to rely on those communication skills. You feel what I'm saying? You're going to have to rely on that whenever stuff goes left. And sometimes it's going to go left, but if you have those conversations and you get the right person and you understand, although we may disagree, but we can come to a compromise about something. People who don't have communication skills and critical thinking skills, they're not able to do so. They're not able to do so in things of that nature. They're not able to make that decision, because they're ready to they see red. They're ready to just fight. They're not ready to have that conversation. So be with somebody who you can go through the good, the bad, the ugly with. The same thing like a business. Your investors are going to go through the good, the bad, the ugly with you. They want to. You guys want to be profitable. You want your relationship to be successful. I'm talking in business analogy because I do a lot of business. I'm self-employed, so that's what I do. I'm interested. That's a hobby of mine. So I've been studying it for some time, and I see a lot of correlation when I do so. When you get out of a relationship as a man, if you made it this far, comment W, because that's all we're going to be taking from this point on. Even if we do take a perceived L, it's not a loss, it's a lesson. And those lessons can turn into blessings. Holla if you hear me. But let's, as a male, I can speak from this experience. When you get out of a relationship, I've had friends before, when I got out of a relationship, they say, hey, bro, let's get back on the prowl. You back on the streets. You single, blah, blah, blah. Let's go out here and get some new woman and get your mind off of your ex or whatever. Man, I understand, I tried that, but that doesn't work. You understand what I'm saying? Because it doesn't leave you fulfilled. It's only temporary. It's just a void, and you're filling that void with another void, so you still have a void. You understand what I'm saying? I feel that, I'm not in a relationship now, but I'm not going to get into that, my dating life, you know what I'm saying, as far as if I'm talking to somebody X, Y, and Z. But what I will say is, if I got broken up with today, or if I broke up with somebody today, I would choose to end the relationship in a healthy way. So if I didn't start the relationship off stress drinking, I'm not going to end the relationship off stress drinking. You feel what I'm saying? Just going to the bar drinking, blah, 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 blah. I understand you want to ease the tension a little bit, ease the stress, and feel a little numb to the shit. But sometimes, man, you just going to have to feel it, bro. You don't have to do anything detrimental to your body to heal, because how is that healing when you just doing something so detrimental? You're not healing nothing. You got to heal in a lot of ways, physically, mentally. Sometimes people got to heal financially from relationship to relationship. They may have poured so much money into their partner and they were the wrong person and they regret it, and now they in debt because they bought their partner a ring or something like that and they didn't want it. Or the girl, she bought her partner some shoes or something like that, some really expensive shoes or something like that. He didn't want it, cheated on her or something like that. Now she just stuck with the bill. And sometimes you're gonna be stuck with the bill of life, but you just gotta, sometimes we gotta roll with the punches, and sometimes they're gonna sting. But the thing about it is, when you get a little scratch, it stings, it hurts. You pour that little cleaner on the alcohol on it or whatever, it stings some more. But after a while, it's healed. That sting only lasts for a moment. So sometimes you just gotta sit with it. If you got broken up with, if you made it to this point in the video, just go figure out what you wanna do. If you like to work out, just go work out. Blow off some steam. And then after that, go get you a nice meal for yourself. You can either get it to go, you can go shower and go back and get it. Go home, put on your favorite show. If you like sports, put the game on. Put on your favorite movie. Watch something that's comforting to you. Do that for as long as you need to, but I would advise just do it for maybe, a day or two. And then right back to that. After that, try to get back to regular scheduled programming, because the show must go on. Sometimes, you're going to go through those depressive states where you just don't want to do nothing, but I understand that. But me, Mark, I'm going to motivate you. And if you're watching this video, if you're going through something, don't be too still for too long. I understand you got to be depressed. I've been there. Sometimes you just want to lay down, watch TV, not even eat, or not even watch TV, not even do nothing. You just want to be alone. I get it. But we need to get back out there. The show the show still goes on, life still goes on. We still got goals. We still have things that we need to accomplish for ourselves and our family. And if we have kids, our kids and our loved ones, and just the people that we care about. It's just like sports. Sometimes, in the game of football, in the second quarter, you might be down. You're just going to quit playing. That's what halftime's for. Halftime's when you get that break. So halftime's when you get that break. So give yourself a halftime. Give yourself a little time out. Give yourself a break to catch your breath. But let's get back into it. Just like they only play football from a certain season, sometimes we only go through things for a certain season. But the main thing I want to emphasize in this video, and I'm about to close, but before I say it, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you guys. But what I want to say is, we talk about getting into relationships in a healthy manner, but let's have the discussion with our future partners and our future selves. How can we get out of this relationship in a healthy manner if things go left, so we can keep our sanity, we can keep our mental well-being. I love y'all. Peace.